Hi there, we're back out again. It's been very cold recently here in the UK. Been perfect time to try out all your cold weather gear. I've been very busy recently, so haven't been able to get out and do an overnighter. But we're about a week till Christmas now, so hopefully over that Christmas period we should be able to get out and try that new Belgian Army tent. But for today, we're going to have a look at some military bivvy bags. So there you go then, 3 bivvy bags. The middle one there, by far the most viewed video I've done so far when I did the review on that. But first of all, we're going to have a look at this one in front of us, which is the Dutch hoop bivvy. Everyone's had one of these or got one of these, very popular. Let's have a closer look. So as you can see there, this one is the Fexer in large. These were also made by Corinthia. The Corinthia ones tend to fetch a lot of money, £250 plus. The Fexers are far more common. The only issue with them is it tends to have bad zips on them, so you have to be very careful. They do snag a lot, so you can rip the Gore-Tex material. As you can see there, the Gore-Tex is air permeable, so you're not going to suffocate when you're in there, but you are protected from the wind and the rain, and there is also a bug net, so you can be protected from all those bugs. Very good little shelter. They're excellent little things, great design. They are a bit like a coffin to sleep in, not much room. And if I'm honest, I wished I'd bought the extra large or extra long version, I should say. It's a little bit too short for me. Really, the hoop there, you really want that right above your eyes when you're sleeping. And with me, it's more over my neck. So the material underneath there, as you can see, does come down and contact the top of my head when I'm sleeping. And there's not much room in the back for storing your boots or any kit. It's really just for you and your sleeping kit. But they're great little things, and these ones are very easy to get in and out of, as you can see. Side zip, much like a sleeping bag. So then on to the British Army Special Forces one-man shelter, or double hoop bivvy. This is a great thing, I really love it, my favourite of all three. The reason being, if I come over here, you can see it is pretty damn long, compared especially to the Dutch. That flat area at the front, when zipped up, there's plenty of space there to put your Bergen, like you can see there, and your boots. The 2 hoops, that aids with keeping air around your body. The material's not laying on you. So if it's raining in this one, you're going to feel that rain through that material. But with this one, for most of your torso area, you're not. It's only your feet that really are exposed. They're kind of hard to get in and out of on these. You have to crawl in like a worm. But I don't mind that really, because it's just a longer thing. I've seen and heard of people who've modded these with like an L-shaped zip between them 2 hoops, but I prefer to keep mine standard. As I said before, there are 2 versions of these. There's the one with the camouflage on top, which is the earlier version, and then this one, which is not Gore-Tex on the top there. It's like a ripstop, like a tent fly sheet sort of thing, so it is a bit lighter. Don't know what the hydrostatic head is of that, but it's not too bad, and we'll talk about why it doesn't matter really anyway in a few minutes. So the last one then to look at is the British Army bivvy bag. Now there's no hoops in there, and I was really dubious of these for a long time. I thought, why on earth would you want something like that when you could have something like either of these? So there's no zip or anything, no bug protection. Stuff can get in there with you. You really don't want to wake up with a slug on your face, but it all can be cinched up. There are some cords somewhere. There we go. There's a cord. You pull all that up and this all sort of comes up round your head. And they're pretty long, these, so they work really well. You can be right down inside there. And they're a great little thing, actually. When I found I got one, it's actually better than these two, surprisingly. And the other thing about these, which is great, you can use it as like a stuff sack inside your pack. So you can put your sleeping bag in there, and it's going to give it some protection because, of course, it's Gore-Tex. The British Army, like most armies, have moved on to using these, and they use them in conjunction with a basher, just like that one there. And that's just one of hundreds of different ways you can set them up. And I haven't put it up very well, as you can see, but it would work as a sort of quick shelter. And all of these here are pretty useless as a standalone sleeping setup, because the moment you open them doors or get out of them, if it's raining, you and your kit inside is going to get wet. So you really do need to use them in conjunction with something like that. You've got somewhere to do your cooking, sheltered from the rain and the wind. You've also got somewhere to do your admin, personal admin, like washing, etc. So I wouldn't want to use these in the winter. This time of the year, with it being so dark early, you can be out sort of 15 hours, and you don't want to be in any of them three for that sort of time. And there's going to be a tendency to want to get in your sleeping bag when it's really cold as well. So they're so tight you couldn't even read a book in them, really. Very difficult anyway. So having a basher would help, but this is why I bought my Belgian Army tent. It's a bigger thing, you've got a bit of room to move about in there. You can change clothes, you can do your cooking in there as well. So these I'd keep really for 2 to 3 seasons maximum, really. But they are really great shelters, and they do work very well. So the last thing I will say, these are really good, but tucking into little areas, amongst bushes and trees. They're really lower than all this grass and crap that's lying around on the woodland floor. So from a distance, they're just so hard to see. Great for concealment. Just walking now, quite a distance back, and we'll have a look. Right. So I don't know whether you can see that. You can probably see the basher there. I've got that set up very high. If I was doing an overnighter here, that would be much lower down than that. You can just about see the top of the Special Forces double loop bivvy, but the Dutch one actually surprisingly good. Very, very low there, and the camouflage works well. With the British hoop bivvy, then I often do use a camo net, just a cheap thing I bought off eBay for about a £5, and it works, and that works with tents as well. So you can imagine somebody coming up here, perhaps coming for a walk, they might not even notice those things. They'll probably see the basher and my Bergen sat there, but they're really good for concealment. Right, let's go and have a explore outside of these woods a bit then. And as you can see then, we've got a bit of snow on the ground amongst the crops, not much now. It has come a bit warmer today, it's about 1 or 2 degrees above freezing. Let's just walk along here then. and see if we can see them. So, don't know whether you can see that. Not very well at all, but it is there, or they are there, I should say. You can't even see the basher through the hedge. Not bad. So this is an area I do a bit of camping quite regularly. Up there on top of the hill, there's a small coppice. That is where I do a lot of my winter sort of camping. It's great. You have seen it on my pretty crap overnighter I did earlier on. We'll be going back there shortly. It's not far from the car, so it's great for using the heavier kit in the winter. Hope you enjoyed this video, and hope you all have a Merry Christmas and a great New Year. I've got plenty planned for the summer, or when the light nights come back. Some long distance treks and overnighters. I will be doing a few winter overnighters, hopefully, if I get time. Might be using some of the kit you've seen today. Probably using the basher. That's my favourite. Why is most of my kit DPM? Works really well at night time. It's very dark. You see the basher, the bloody bivvy bag here I'm sitting on. Works really well. You can't see it in the dark very well. MTP, what I'm wearing here, is much better during the daytime. So I got a lot planned, a lot to do, but not a lot of time to do it. So just bear with me. Hopefully, I will get better at the videos. Get some better equipment. That is my New Year's resolution. Sorry, to get a better camera, better audio recording. Because as you know, I've had some real big issues with the audio. So stick with me. I will improve, and I'll do more. And if you want to comment, tell me what you want to see. That might help. Thank you very much for watching. Have a great Christmas. There's always something I forget to mention. Usually I remember when I'm reviewing and doing the editing. Prices on those bivvies you just seen. So the British Army bivvy bag, about 25 quid, 30 quid. The British Special Forces hoop bivvy, anywhere really up to 250 quid. I've seen them as low as 20 quid. Just depends on who wants them at the time. The Dutch hoop bivvy, they're fetching 100 quid plus. Corinthia ones, like mad money, stupid. So which one would I recommend? If you don't know whether you're going to be claustrophobic or not, I would really recommend buying the British Army bivvy bag first. It's the cheapest, and it's going to give you an idea whether you're going to like the other two. And there are civilian versions out there of all three, really. Stuff like the Snug Pack, what's it called, Stratosphere. I'm not sure on the price of them, probably over 100 quid. They are claustrophobic things to sleep in or spend time in. So if you can borrow one off somebody, that would be my best advice. Try it first before you buy it. But if you have to, buy the British Army bivvy bag first. If you can't get on with it, there are things you can use it for, like using as a liner for your Bergen or your rucksack. Put your sleeping bag in, things like that. And they're great emergency shelters anyway. So the last thing I really got to say here is about making these videos. It's really not as easy as it looks. Some of these top YouTubers make it look so easy. The editing part takes a lot of time. Just talking to a camera is very difficult. You've got to remember, I'm here in the woods on my own, talking to myself like a madman. It's hard to talk to a camera like you're talking to somebody stood right in front of you. So I need to try and improve that, and I will in good time. So thank you for watching.